how were you introduced to gang banging in Oklahoma City?
Man, gang banging in Oklahoma City. I'm gonna say my gang banging. Let's see, what kind of word can I put with that? Curiosity started around 10. We went to visit my sister in LA. She stayed in Inglewood. So I'm sitting on her front porch, me and her sitting on the front porch, and it's a white, pure cocaine white Cadillac drop top rolled by and got like 4 cats in there. Every last one of them in all red. So they riding by that, hit us up. What's up, blood? What's up? I ain't know. Wasn't even with the business. Didn't know nothing about it, man. But it was like, it's intriguing when you see your peoples doing some shit you ain't never did. You know what I mean? Or seen, you know what I mean? So that's where my intriguement came from. 10, right? Another time at like 12, I'm in Tulsa with my cousin and she introducing her boyfriend. So remember, I told you I changed my name from Lay Dog to Lay Low because of Crazy Crip, right?
Yes, sir.
So her boyfriend had 2 C's burnt.
Like branded?
Branded. So when I asked him at 12, hey, what's that? He said, oh, that's Crazy Crip. And it stuck with my head, right? I'm not cripping at the time, but it just stuck with me, right? So all these different encounters that I've been having just led up to some shit. So at, let's say 13, 14, me and my partner started up Black Mafia. Nothing to do with Big Meech, never met Big Meech, never heard of Black Mafia family until all of that stuff kicked off. This was when I was in 7th grade.
Okay, so nothing.
Nothing to do with none of that. This was just Black Mafia because he was from Folks. He was from Minnesota, so he wanted to bless everybody on Folks. And I said, if you gotta get blessed on something, I don't want nothing to do with that. Cause I ain't know nothing about that, blessed? What you talking about, bro? So he was like, well, hey man, so I'm like, nah, man, I wanna do something, but I don't want it to be Folks, cause we ain't Folks, there ain't no Folks here. So he was like, what about Black Mafia? And I'm like, that's nice, I like that. So you can't see it, man, but I carved it. Lay Dog, Black Mafia, right? So we get it all orchestrated. We had our little rules, you know what I mean? Like at the time, man, I don't know, we was just doing some shit, and I would tell her like our rules was like you had to make a 2.50, right? You can't be no dummy, right? We don't want no dummies on the set, right? You gotta fight. You can't cover up, man, you gotta fight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if you fight one or you fight all, you gotta fight. That was the rules, right? So we did that for a year or 2, and we got deep. It was getting thick, man. So we had the neighborhood, all the neighborhood gangs in our schools, called Eisenhower Middle School. So we had the Broadway Parks, we had the CBG, City Boy Gangsters. And then where we lived at, it was just the Village and Chisholm Creek and Bel Air and all that. So the Yorktown apartments, we really didn't have nothing. So that's why we created the Black Mafia, right? For everybody that was over there. So we ended up getting thick, man. To this day, I still got cats to be like, what that Black Mafia like? You know what I mean? Like, we still repping it, but it kind of died out like 9th grade. Went to high school, it kind of died out, right? My brother-in-law was from Grape Street. So I started hanging with the Grape Streets at 14, kicking it with them. My cousin from Grape Street, so I'm kicking it with them. So I go to LA one time and I got them purple milkshakes with me, right there in my bag, right? So I'm about, boom, I get them out, my cousin. He say, what you finna do with them? So I finna throw them on. He was like, for what? I said, what do we wear down there? He was like, oh, you from Grape? I'm like, nah, really ain't got put on. That's what I hang with. He like, nah, if you gonna bang, you gotta be from Harlem. You know what I mean? So I'm like, He was like, he ain't gonna do nothing right now, you know what I mean? But I'm just letting you know, man, if this is what you want to do, man, you gotta be from Harlem 30s. And, you know, I'm like, all right. So I'm thinking about it. I go back home in Oklahoma. I'm chilling. I'm still hanging with the Grapes. And then my brother-in-law, he from LA. It was his nephew that told me. He coming back through with a pit from Arkansas or somewhere. He's like, hey, you want to ride back to the crib with me? I'm like, yeah. So I checked myself out of school. Like, I took everything, transcripts, everything. I'm ready to go live, right? So we headed back to LA, get back out there, and boom, first thing I do, my cousin come through. His name was Crazy D, man, rest in peace, man. He come through, he like, wanna ride? I'm like, yep. So boom, we burn out. He's like, what you wanna do? I'm like, man, I gotta give me some shoes, man. So we go to the swap meet, give me some K-Swiss, right? So I'm trying to check myself in school, right? So the whole time hanging with him, and my sister find out I done got put on. You know what I mean?
So it wasn't jumped in?
Nah, I wasn't jumped in by the set, put on by my cousin now.
Awesome.
Right? So my sister find out, and she like, you gotta go. You can't stay here. You know what I mean? And I'm mad, but I know what she doing, you know what I mean? But I'm young, right? So shit, I'm like 15, 16. 16, I'm 16 at the time. So I go back home. I stayed up there about a month. I go back home, but I'm repping 30s. You know, fuck that. I'm still from 30s. You know what I mean? I might not be in LA, but I'm still gonna bang 30s Crip. So everywhere I went, man, I hit this up from 30s Crip, you know. And I meet some niggas that's from 30s Crip that's from Oklahoma, and I got some cats that I know from LA that's from 30s, you know what I mean? But my cousin I went back out there one more time, and this was right after that damn riot, that Rodney King shit.
Okay.
So wasn't nothing really going on, you know what I mean? It was real chill. The riots was active, but it was kind of chill in the LA, you know. So that was the last time I seen my cousin though. He ended up getting killed, man. So, but I still, you know, I felt like, you know, it was just meant to be. You know what I mean? I've been going through this curiosity with everything, and somebody tell me finally, hey, this your home. This is what you gonna do. You know what I mean? And it just, boom, I'm from there, you know? So I'm lay low from Harlem 30s, you know what I mean? And it been that ever since, so.
Awesome, awesome.